Hello and welcome to Brass Dragons Music. My name is Ralph Martin, and today we're going to be doing some more of the pattern exercises. Today we're going to focus on triads, mostly diatonic triads. Okay, what is diatonic? Diatonic just means within the tonic or within the key. In other words, if I play something in the C major scale, I'm going to do all the triads within the C major scale. And so forth and so on. The D major, the F, the G, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So, now last week I talked about doing the major scales and using my patterns. Alright, now it's in this particular exercise, we're going to say strictly diatonic. So what you're going to do is you're going to do all the triads in one key, then you're going to go to the next key using the pattern. In other words, if I use the C major scale and I do all the diatonic triads within that scale using one of the diatonic triad exercises that I'll put the link out for you also for the patterns too. If I do all the ones in the C major scale, what's the next scale? Well, if I'm going to use the half step pattern, then it's going to be D flat, then D major, then E flat and E major, and so on. Or if I use the whole steps, it'll be C major, then D major, then E major, then F sharp major, and so on and so on. It seems like a lot of practice. Well, it is. But if you love playing your instrument, it's just spending time with your instrument. Okay? I'm using my flute today. Again, I haven't had a lot of time to practice this, get it back up to speed, but I think I'll be able to get through today's purposes. Now, I want to show you the way I do them, the way I've practiced them. So the very first one, let's start with the C major scale. And the very first exercise is real easy. It's just 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So 2 eighth notes and a quarter. Now, I'm not going to tell you how to build a triad. There's plenty of information on the internet on how you can do triad. But basically, I'm going 1, 3, 5. Okay, if I number everything, I'm starting at 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6, 3, 5, 7, and on and on and on. Okay? So, if I do this just in an octave, now I should go up to the second octave, but for today's lesson I'm just going to do the 1 octave. Now when I come down, I'm not going to reverse the way I've been doing it. In other words, I'm not going to start going. I'm still going to use the same upward pattern, but I'm going to go down. Okay? Now what is my next scale? Well, let's do whole tones, because I did half steps last time. Let's do whole steps. So now it's D major. Now, the next type of exercise that we can do that's on my Diatonic Triad exercises sheet is I'm going to go 1, 3, 5, 3, and then on to the next one. In other words, let's start on C again. Okay, now I really highly recommend, I'm not using a metronome just because it caused a lot of problems with the recording, but I highly recommend that you do this to a metronome. Start slow, don't worry about going fast, that comes with time and practice. Now so far I've been doing everything up, bum 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 bum, bum boom bum bum boom bum. The next exercise is in triplets, right? Okay, now, but there's another way to do these, right? I mean, there's so many different ways of doing these. These are just simply sketches. Come up with your own. But another way to do these, and I show this later on in the exercises, I think it's number 8. Yeah, number 8. I'm going to do everything descending, but I'm going to go up. Right? Does that make any sense? Probably not. But listen, you'll see what I'm going to go 5, 3, 1, 6, 4, 2, 7, 5, 3, and continue on. Okay? So, again, C major scale. So, see how I kept the same pattern going up and going down. Now you can start mixing them up. Go up and go down. Okay, so those are just some simple ideas. I've got a whole bunch of different triadic exercises in the link for the sheet attached. Go through all of them. When you first start out, you're just going to be doing, you're going to work on one key at a time until you get it in your head. But try to do as many keys, especially if you know all your major scales, try to do as many of different keys that you can in a given session. You don't get through all of them, don't worry about it. But keep a record of what you are doing so you know what you've done and you can see your progression. I have a music journal that I keep, and every time I practice, I write something down on this is what I did today. And, you know, periodically I'll go back and see, what did I do? What have I done? Sometimes it's to refresh what I have done so I don't necessarily repeat it or at least jump out of cycle, or to see my progress. At what tempo did I do it a year ago? What tempo am I doing it today? How did I do then compared to now? Did I do all my major scales, my minor scales, and all of that? So this has been all the major scales all the diatonic triads. Now, I'm not going to get into chords yet. I think what I'm going to do next time is I'm going to talk about the major scales, natural minor, melodic minor, and harmonic minor scales, and show how they're all interlinked. Why do we need them? Why are they out there? And how do I practice them? Okay? So until next time, take care, be blessed, have a great practice.